Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. If you remember last time, we had Mahiru Koizumi's trial, and we had suspended it after we had disproved that Hiyoko was the killer, and the real true killer had set up a trap to frame Hiyoko for the murder. But who could have been the person to mastermind this murder? We're about to find out right now.
The wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that.
I better believe him, Mommy. Someone murdered Mahiru. And we gotta find out why.
Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
I better not forget to do that.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hiyoko, now what? If the killer was luring Hiyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy
Wait,
can be a
the
clue?
gummy?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there? Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't. Just as I thought.
Huh.
Just as you thought?
You mean
The killer
Chucky?
planted evidence while Hiyoko was there. She would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means
That's right.
the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
So the real killer was still hiding in the beach house long after Hiyoko had left.
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Oh, she's right.
And does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
You think, Chucky? I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? No, I don't! If so, we prepared the perfect product for you. You dive in your own brain and watch it discern the mysterious answer for several questions. Logic dive? It's gonna be similar to how Makoto had the thing where he would just think about the word and then like start shooting out words. The usual version of yourself created from an image in your brain. Why? I forgot why Nagito's like that. It has to reach the goal of manifestation of synapse course. You can decide which wants to get inside of the LB button. And the LB button is great, and the LB button is right. There will be various obstacles you encounter to progress through the course. You want to control if you reach the goal. Which is the damage every time you fall into a gap or cut in the wall. Also not reaching a certain point to reach branching questions in the course. The answers point to different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer I think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course, so please be careful. And make good use of the break. That's my medicine advice to you. Press start when you launch that, give you the controls. Good luck and have fun. That's right. It's going to be a very important encounter. Please have the unexpected that vehicle ran away from the beach house. When did the killer arrive at the park from the beach house? Think. I just hope you can think about it. I'm sure we will find the answer. I'm gonna do it. Logic dive. Ooh. Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? You guys ever used to play the old Sonic Hedgehog game? You guys used to play the Sonic Hedgehog games? And whenever you collect a certain amount of coins, you get to do a special course? Or like in Sonic Heroes or Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's like what this reminds me of, and I love it. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hiyoko left or after Hiyoko arrived? I think it's before Hiyoko arrived. Yeah, that's it. Question 1's been answered, now question 2 should be coming up in a bit. Wait, am I losing life? When did Kira leave the beach house? Before Hiyoko left. No! Crap! After Hyoko had left. Oh, I get it. The longer I stay in here, the more I lose life. Crap! Oh man, I think I just got put further back. Question 3. Where's the girl hiding while Hyoko was unconscious? The beach. Ah! The beach house! So after the killer murdered Mahiru, they were inside the beach house? So, when did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hyoko arrived. When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hyoko left. Where was the killer hiding while Hyoko was unconscious? The beach house. That was actually kind of fun, but I gotta work on my timing.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Shut your mouth so I can help you.
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look for.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make a Kai bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I think I don't want that to happen. I hate it for any reason. Look at the killer's hiding. They're not looking. Outside? Shit.
Crap!
Inside the closet itself? Wait, the killer was hiding inside the closet? But Hyoko was in there.
Killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of it, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Wait. Where's your hiding place advance? The place where the killer was hiding in the closet was... Wait. Could the killer have been hiding here, maybe? Ah, that's right.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Someone small and slender could fit in that case, and since that's pretty much everyone, anyone could have hidden there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
So after the killer drugged Hyoko and then murdered Mahiru, the killer hid inside that case right next to Hyoko.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case. I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hyoko.
I know it makes it sound crazy, but Nagito does have a point.
Silly. and punch out.
Please leave Nagito alone, Akane.
Shut up. Grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that.
Huh?
Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's
But
supposed to
I
be.
could have sworn only 2 people discovered it first, and that was Hajime and Kazuichi. And since they were waiting for the girls, that clears them off the suspect list. So could the killer have been one of the girls who was coming in?
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that.
But he's smart though. I appreciate that, Nagito.
I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse,
I like
but...
Nagito's reasoning though, so that makes it easier. One of the other people were one of the other girls who went in there with us. That makes the suspect list narrowed down to, and Ibuki and Mikan can be crossed off the list too, because they were well in the diner around the same time that Hajime and Kazuichi were there. So people who are still suspects are Chiaki, Peko, Sonia, and Akane. So there are 4 main suspects.
Depending on who actually found
But since
the body, it's possible.
But I can obviously cross off Chiaki, so I'll just leave Sonia, Akane, and Peko.
Deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh?
I think I might have a good idea who it
So
is.
what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Oh.
Which
So,
means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body. What's wrong with that?
what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nagito?
I just thought it was somewhat strange. More
Damn.
importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now that I'm showing to you the final feature of in the non-stop debates. There's a final feature. What else could there be? Maybe use the true flashback. If you hold down the Y button, the shape of the reticle will change. The remark reads by keeping the position you will memorize it. Ooh! I did like this feature! Which means I have to use that feature in this argument right here. And I only have one goal.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when
Oh,
they
I
moved
can't
the
use
body.
those.
But they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and fish.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer lives the body. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
So Chiaki's point to refute impossible to wash off.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Chiaki's point to refute washing off would have been impossible. They used something else.
They just needed to wash off the blood. They didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Well... How about the drinks inside the refrigerator? There were...
Drinks inside the refrigerator.
Let's think about it like
Those
this.
to wash off the blood?
The drinks that were in the trash that we found were clear drinks, basically stuff like water. The drinks that were left inside the freezer were colored drinks, like punch and stuff.
I've seen fluid. In theory, that's impossible.
What do you mean impossible, Pecco?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
I can refute that. And I'll prove it too. By using the trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach. However, try thinking. One bottle still wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down.
Yes!
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were only flavored drinks.
Ah,
If you use
crap.
those to what the blood will come off and the body will release. Especially if you use the walk that alone with great suspicion. Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words.
And you thought you were smart, Pecco, but I saw through that lie.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? No water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can.
Yep.
Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, I know what you mean. When I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Exactly.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
What is it, Hajime? He soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water. I was right. It was her.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Yep. Oh man, Nagito, you sneaky fuck.
See? Just as I thought.
But he's right. I know who the killer is.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Yep.
Let me ask, who might that be?
But what if that's a simple question? When we all met up in the diner, who was the only person who was soaking wet? The killer is Mahiru's killer. And it's her. Hajime, Kyoko, Gundam, Akane, Tsuruhiko, Yuki, Nagito, Yukon, Byakuya, Chiaki, Nekomaru, Teruteru, Peko, and Kazuichi. That person was Peko Pekoyama.
You're the only one!
Peko. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
You were soaking wet. Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I'd still a little slow now.
The killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles. They'd have to drench their entire body, but there were no towels in the beach house. And it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent. Say something.
Peko is the killer.
Hold on, you bastard.
What?
You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming. No one even saw her swimming. No. I saw her.
What?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
Why is so unique at covering Peko?
You
Exactly.
told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast. It's too soon to decide she's a killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it,
Shit, he's right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up for you, Hiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me!
Why is Yuko
If you
defending
have an
Peko?
explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
What?
This mystery seems unsolved.
well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
Soon. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach.
What do you think, Shaki?
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Killer's escape route. What if there was this small window in the shower room?
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of
There is a little problem with that logic, though. Hajime and Akane tried to do it by... Akane was only able to get up through there by piggybacking off Hajime. So is it possible that Fuyiko could have helped out Peko by doing the same? No, it's impossible. Peko was there by herself, right?
Except that small window in the shower room.
Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Yeah, same way Akane and Hajime
Is
did.
it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
I don't think so, Sonia.
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not. That would violate the school trip rule.
Oh yeah, littering isn't allowed.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
An object, Chiaki?
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Peko was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Damn it! Damn it, Kyoko, leave Mikon alone! These monsters escape out the window, but couldn't be able to get rid of it. The kill must have come somewhere. That's the case. Logic will kill you to escape the window. Ooh, Logic died again! Oh, and Hangman's Gavin. Damn it! Wait, could Peko have used her sword? Ah! I forgot how to do this! Send... Let's see. Move cursor, catch, release, explode, letter, fast forward, display, hide, problem, letter, explosion, concentration. Ah, crap, I forgot how to do this. Ah, there we go. Now I remember. I know what Pecco must... I think I know what Pecco's used. No, that's not it! No! Ah! Damn it, Hajime! Is it really possible for Pecco to use her sword to climb out the window? Ah, crap, I destroyed it! Wait, was that where they're trying to use the spell? Thank God there's no time on this. Ah, crap, I did it again. There we go.
Pecco, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too.
Yes, you did.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Pecco used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell you? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool. Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure it's kind of hollow. Pecco could easily use it to climb.
Yeah, she could. Someone over wouldn't be able to use it, but Pecco... But considering Pecco's appearance, it's obvious she could use
Well,
it.
Pecco, do you have anything to say?
No, that's how it's coming again for the panic attack action. What about fever time and nega time? Like these fever time are pressing the RB button during PTA. That could attempt to be pushed to the max, but that's not all. You won't miss during fever time either. Applicable. And destroy your performance level also. You should be pass pop in time. You're not the one who get the upper hand. Your opponent can use it too. Die, you bastard.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Yuruhiko, why do you even care?
Seriously, dude?
Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Why are you... I feel a little bad for Hajime doing this.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind! This is the end!
Bamboo sword bag, yeah, that's it. That's how Pekka recovered her sword.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater.
No, no, no. Bad, Nagito, bad.
You just back off!
Is it true?
Hold on!
Wait, what's Pekka's motive for killing Mahiru?
You don't
What
have
did
any
she
choice.
do?
I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it? Bastard!
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? Is this right? You don't think people are doing arguments with us. Pekka just admitted such feelings.
I commend your decisiveness. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our purpose.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
She just admitted, Shaki. What else is there?
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Pekko's motive.
Exactly. We don't know why Pekko killed Mahiru. What's her motive?
Motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Justice? Justice for who?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Whoa, I don't like that. I don't like she smile. I like her smiling. Pekko never smiles. She did it once because she had that crazy look on her face about animals.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
Oh, hell no!
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Oh my god.
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine. Just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it.
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice. Could she be? As the light of justice shines upon my
Wait a second. Second trial? It's like Toko's all over again when she reversed with just like Jack. This bitch is sparkling justice.
Justice complete.
This bitch is a fucking serial killer.
The center of justice that is pierced
What the
by
fuck?
justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice. Now then, let's execute justice.
The fuck? Wait, is she gonna kill more? Is she gonna kill everyone? Yes, thank you.
Echo, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice. What's going on? What's this chill?
She's the fucking serial killer. She's the murderer who believes she's doing right.
Pecco finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... huh? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line.
Oh my god, it feels like Genocide Jack all over again. But she was a serial killer who killed hot boys. Pecco just kills other criminals.
Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your reach. Justice should also be the same.
I don't like that look in her eyes.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What the heck is this? Pecco was the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
Oh my fucking god, Monica. He's done with this bullshit already because it's just like Togo all over again. He's like, I already saw a serial killer, let's go to sleep.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
Monica don't give two shits.
This again?
Huh? Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my previous question?
So,
Why did
but
you
my
kill
hero wasn't a
Mahiru?
criminal. She was a normal high school girl. She just loved taking photographs.
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even
So,
one shadow.
is it because Mahiru took those photos and became an accomplice for Sato's murder of Natsumi?
Evil must be eliminated
But why would?
immediately.
But she was never involved. Pecco had no reason to murder
No
Mahiru.
matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
Knew about that incident. You must have played the game. Am I right?
But because of him, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then the reason you killed Mahiru was...
Justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
This isn't shocking. It's kind of making me cringe a little now.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
What the fuck is going on here?
True identity? I have a already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important.
I'm kind of over it at this point. After Genocide Jack, I'm just kind of over it.
I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
And I'm back on the shock factor because I didn't hear Pickle laugh either.
I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? That's right. We need to end this already. The killer in the end was mistaken as Pickle all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Right. It's time for the closing argument. So, stock 1. On the morning, Mahiru met. Right, I gotta. Let's see. In order to learn Mahiru and Pekka. Is that here? Shit! How much life do I have left? Ah, crap, I'm on time limit too. Wait a second. Could this be... this one? Yes? Got me some time. Ah, what am I getting? I don't care about that right now. Kyoko left a big piece of evidence. Because after Kyoko ran away, to free the bamboo sword, he must do this. And then Kyoko met up with the rest of them. Kyoko wakes. The first thing from the door. Crap! Regulatory against equality. Control the beach and schools. Oh man, this is so hard! Tears like spring from the beach house. Yoko wakes up. But that one's already there. Kyoko running away. Ah, there we go. How much time do I have left? Okay, I still have like 6 minutes left. Kyoko left a big piece of evidence. Crap! Where should I hide? Surfboard case? Mahiru arrives at the beach house. That's already there. It's like Mahiru is talking to someone. First one who arrives at the beach house was Mahiru. After Kyoko ran away, he stopped here. Plastic water bottles. And we wash off the blood. The water bottles. Why the killer leave next to the body? We'll leave that for later. Also have the beach house. Wait, first, no, next would be the letters. Okay. The killer left next to the body. Sparkling Justice Mask. At last stop. Oh, the big piece of evidence was Hyoko's footprints. Beach house was Hyoko.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Act 1.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko.
Okay, it looks like a little Mahiru's face one more time. There we go.
Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan by preparing a specific item. They planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
Oh, I remember in the last game Chihiro was bashed in the head. Now it's a metal battle with Dum-Dum, but still.
According to Nikon's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew the killer. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house.
Inside the beach house.
You can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened.
Crap.
In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hyoko wore off and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet.
Came out of the closet. I'll stop.
I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. In the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gun that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand. So they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window, while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
That sounds a little creepy.
I see. And what of it? He's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn you.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying, you crazy bitch? You're gonna be executed.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand? Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on in order to keep justice. To keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
Why do we want to keep you alive? You murdered Mahiru.
It's not serious. It's justice. Who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed. For the sake of grand justice, few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that,
Monokuma on the boat! Hurry up and let us vote already!
No way!
I heard about that.
I heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
I will never understand why Peko killed Mahiru.
pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Sonia, what the fuck? Bitch broke the fourth wall! What do you mean a little more time?
Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us
But we
continue
already cast our votes,
discussion.
Sonia.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Wait, so he's not sparkling justice?
Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
that makes her an enthusiast.
Duh.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. there's a distinct difference between what we know about Sparkling Justice and Pekka, right? You know, Sonia describes Sparkling Justice like this.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling Justice!
What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown character has a catchphrase. I read the magazine in the library. I've only been ever one person, journalist, who's interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. Oh! So, does that mean that Peko shouldn't have known about that or something? Their nationality.
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
The Sparkling Justice.
that means it wasn't written in English, right?
So she's not Japanese?
The magazine I read was written in Spanish.
So Sparkling Justice is in Spanish?
So,
Sparkling Justice is Spanish?
Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
So Peko's not really Sparkling Justice. So that's so cool. Almost like Jack and Sparkling Justice. So both locals from the same country. That wasn't the case. If so,
Pekka, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
ah! Crap! I'm so sorry.
It appears like the time has come for this mask to come off.
Hold on. Let me find out what was actually said real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so what Chiaki actually said was, if you're actually Sparkling Justice, you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish. There we go.
However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I am.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. The tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see.
I don't like the fact that Peko smiles.
I did have a sneaking suspicion all along. What do you mean? I mean, besides Peko and Kyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Am I like that?
Damn it!
Shit! The body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So, but this time, is the going to kill or not? Jeez, fine. I want to say it. It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body, and in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, The fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules, that's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, it's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Oh, is he wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
So Peko murdered for someone else? So then that means that the one true killer who organized it all was you?
You're the only one!
Now I finally see the connection.
Because Peko wasn't involved in that, but Fuyuhiko's sister was.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
It is! She definitely killed in real life. There's proof of that too. And the proof lies in the prize.
I can prove it with this. I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first will receive the ending prize.
That's the envelope he was carrying. Fuyuhiko played that game first and he beat it.
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? Because Peko is the killer, right?
Peko had no reason. Someone asked her to do it and it was Fuyuhiko.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation? I'm not the killer. The true killer who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the
Master?
start.
Young master.
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now. But it's too late. You cannot undo the thing.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
Oh, fuck, we're all gonna get executed.
In that case, the
The only person who gets to live is Fuyuhiko.
That's nuts! No matter how you look
Oh,
at it, that's
fuck!
completely insane!
Damn it, we voted wrong.
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
It's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
Fuck, we all got screwed. Damn, that bitch is smart. Oh, hey, I got a B.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What? Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi was... Hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating. There's no need to hesitate. My hair looking at Pekka was the killer. Why? Why? Well, it's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a freaking human being. If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
You just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know there are people who exist only to be tools. People such as myself only exist to be tools.
Hey,
What does she mean for you, Hiko? Pekka and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then? No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in. They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty. Fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me. Oh, shit.
if my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his
I
sword.
know she's a killer and all, but Baby Pekko's kind of cute. And Baby Fuyuhiko's cute too.
That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end. That is...
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pekko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
nothing.
Aw, you bitch.
Huh?
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding a relationship you were in.
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master always told me to hide our relationship. My young master lives relying on his household's power. He even hates me. That's who given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a
No matter
tool.
what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. And my young master intends to kill. It's only natural for me to act as his tool. The one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you. It was Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. I thought I beat that game. I was only giving these photographs.
Damn it.
Damn it, I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Fuck with me.
And she's covered in blood. What does that mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead? You tried to confirm with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So,
Yeah, I started the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she didn't reply back to me. Like that, she started avoiding me too. But finish it. Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before you play the game, you know this incident happened. That's why, if we're told that we're connected to it, there's no way we can accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. I'm sorry. I actually planned to go to the beach with everyone.
My!
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. And that's pretty important, so you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't do anything about it on my own. So I want to talk to someone to think about it with.
But...
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't know how.
Are you serious?
It doesn't sound serious. It kills my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, there had to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the one who was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too.
what?
It was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you can make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you can easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
Hey,
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hyoko.
What the?
Seriously? What the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I had no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right? And so my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as a murder weapon because in this game that was used to kill girl E. For revenge, the only person left the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister. That is why you killed Mahiru with a bat? But still, I believed her up to the very last minute that the game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch!
Hey,
If the game is actually real, are you the one who killed girl E?
Why, you...
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
but
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
what are you saying?
You had no right to do that. The man has the right to judge others for their crime. Revenge is just wrong. I mean, to be honest, this whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called the Ramaki girl, still trying to find excuse me to not go through with that plan. But after she said to me that it all went out the window, I got really pissed and grabbed the metal bat that I hit him to the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru. Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
Oh, bruh.
What?
You are saying that you killed because you were ordered to? That tool is not defined by its spell, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course!
Of course you don't understand, because heroes are completely different from one another. Everyone's reference and upbringing is different. It's always impossible for them to understand each other. Sarah just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed!
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterwards was my young master plan. I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I consider the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to use that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You said you were spoken just in order to make us hasten our votes? Hold on, you guys.
Okay. Yes, my appearances look a little different. Yeah, it's kind of the morning after I started recording this, and I'm in my school uniform. That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool of the killer, and I read my young master as the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Honestly, hold on. Don't act like our loss hasn't been decided yet.
No.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is
I
troubling!
admit, also why Pekka being a truth sounds pretty persuasive. If Petra Ramirez's angles, it makes sense if Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on! I'm telling you, hold on!
I see.
I see. So for Pekka, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him.
Great.
You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope? Wrong. I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey,
Is Pekko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Pekko and the rest of us. Is that your hope? Hold on. What's the use of asking something like that?
what?
Huh? You seem stressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Pekko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey,
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact she killed on your behalf, the fact she lied us back like a bad guy to kill. Are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth? Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
You need our guts, but if it isn't the Pekko, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Young master, you just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in In this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots Byakuya and Teru are proof of that. Plus, to be frustrated and be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that. Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell him the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was taught because I'm a tool.
Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but
Hey,
if you insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight along with us against despair? Which one would be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
damn it.
Young master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do?
Also, Fuyuhiko was surprised that Peko killed Mahiru. He wasn't happy about it.
You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master.
I'll be right back.
Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Exactly, because no one gets away with murder.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as her tool. Now please, go! Kyoko will be waking up soon after you leave. I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Peko, I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
That's actually what I have to do to survive. I just feel ashamed of myself. It means I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young master!
Alright, so this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her medicine actions. There's no way a human that medicine could ever be considered a tool.
Hey,
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
Man, in his act desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try and influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool of the heart, is a killer.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master!
Master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believe you wouldn't accept that's the reason. We've been together since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so,
And so, I wanted you to
wanted
escape.
you to escape.
Oh.
I wanted to protect you.
Echo.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all, too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course.
Peko! That will do. Monokuma, why don't you start it already?
I will never feel
So you know,
despair.
I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
Will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People like as proud as you will always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko,
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Peko Pekoyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it.
How many times do you have to keep? I don't need any tools.
You did say that. Let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
Jeez, why don't you get it already?
Thrills, chills,
This time,
kills!
Fierce and swordsman Peko Pekoyama.
why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
I never needed a sword or shield.
I never needed a tool. So, you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself.
I never wanted a
wanted
tool.
a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids.
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Peko. Don't go.
Oh, he doesn't want Peko to go.
I need you.
Wow.
Don't leave me.
I've never seen Fuyuhiko act like this before.
Young Master?
He really does care a lot about Peko.
Young Master!
Oh man, poor Fuyuhiko and Peko. But she did kill Mahiru. I don't know what it feels sorry for her. She just beat her. She killed Mahiru, a kind girl who did nothing. But seeing how Fuyuhiko's gone, it's really sad and heartbreaking. Damn! Just chopped her for nothing.
Oh shit! She hit him.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit! That's the brutal way to die. Being stabbed by a lot of soldiers. This cannot be. No, this shouldn't be allowed. People die so easily, falling like dominoes. You bastard! What is this? This cannot be. It's the lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
explosion. What a waste. This shit is just disgusting to me. It was supposed to be a clash between two worlds. It was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh,
There's just something like that?
The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of your friends got killed? I am pissed. I'm even just sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's gonna be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? These are some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
Wait, he's talking about Makoto? I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the Ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer you plan to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know.
Not yet. He's still alive.
Oh shit, he is?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko was still alive.
you serious?
Fuyuhiko! They rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side. Damn, so Pepper was the one that got fucked up.
He's still breathing!
Is he gonna be okay? Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
This feels so bad for Fuyuhiko. And he's covered in Pepper's blood, too.
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting better!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Well, serves him right.
You're so
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving for yourself? That's why you ended up like that. What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him. A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why not to burn my precious characters and save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him.
Duty?
Hey, hey!
Dad, it's written in the school trip rules.
The blind and serving a class child, they alone be executed.
If only the black can get executed, the Fuga should be allowed to get executed. Well, can I do something about it right now? This is a matter for the figure out practically powerless. But you should be able to do it. Yes, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
I know I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
Oh wait, I thought back to the first game when he tried to frame Kirigiri for murder, but he never made a rule that he couldn't get involved in the murders.
Fine, I'll save him.
Really?
Lie.
I haven't to do that all along, so I was prepared for this. Prepared?
And that's what happened. A sound began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients!
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
Man, well, you're a dick. After he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. I can't wait to see how he's gonna be in Danganronpa V3.
Is it really gonna be okay to leave this Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped. It's like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's never gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
Then all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know?
However,
we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else you'll not be able to advance forward.
There are no second chances in life. You cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
I guess. Things are exciting as if a shit stirrer like him ain't around.
I realize it sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. We still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will happen to us by then? No matter where I look, or what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were on a boat, floating unreliably in a vast dark sea, and we're just left there, alone. Only one word can explain the situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more sober word than that.
People are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them.
Wait, 4? Yakuya, Teruteru, Fujihiko's still alive, so he doesn't count.
Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our friend's vital stage as well.
That guy? Monokuma?
What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair, and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
So this is what... So this is...
That cannot be allowed! We must prevent that by any means necessary!
I'm curious. Jingo's supposed to be dead, so how the hell is she still controlling Monokuma?
Even if we have to pay the
She can't really be resurrected, could she?
definitely prevent it by any means! Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope!
Chapter 2, Sea and Punishments in the Coconuts, and... Oh, right, I forgot Mahiru died. I kinda actually forgot that Mahiru was the victim in this case. Black Dragon Blade. Pekko's blade. So far we've already lost Byakuya, Teruteru, Mahiru, and Pekko. Who else do we have to lose before we can overcome this? Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here next time for the next chapter of Danganronpa. Thank you and goodbye.